Hello, everybody. Joining Ben and myself today is James Anderson from Depher. James, I want to start off really by saying on behalf of everyone that you've helped and everyone in the community around you, a big thank you for the work you're doing at the moment, or both now and also, over the months and years you've been doing it as well.
Yeah, I think from my point of view,
thank you.
I think from my point of view as well, you've been helping the elderly and the vulnerable people for a long time. So just for people in perspective that are watching this now, what did you do prior to this and what inspired you to actually do this that you're doing now for the community?
Yeah, prior to Depher being established in 2017, I had a company called Northern Plumbing and Heating. And we just done a normal plumbing and heating company doing boilers, emergency repairs, bathrooms, like any other company in the country. And I went to a gentleman's property who called us because he wanted a second opinion on a heating system that another company had told him he needed changing to a combi boiler. So I went out. The gentleman was bedbound. He had a bed hoist. He was elderly. He couldn't get up. He couldn't walk around. He couldn't watch anybody. He relied on honesty and truth. So when I got there, the gentleman explained to me that another company had come out, charged him £170 to look at the system, told him that the system could not be repaired and he needed a new boiler, and give him a quote for over £5,000 for a new boiler system. So he asked me to have a look. So I had a look around, and through my inspection, I found that the engineer had manipulated the valve on the radiator to make it click, which was the TRV. And he also put a magazine in the tank to stop the water from going through to the cylinder. Now, the thing that made me know what he had done is the magazine that was put in there was a HMV magazine. It was a gas magazine for gas engineers that you get through the post. You can't buy it in the shop. A normal bog standard person on the street can't get one. So you've got to get them through the post off these people. So I knew then what had happened. So I rang the company, explained to them what the engineer had done. They were in decline about it. Oh, no, our engineers don't do that. I said, well, listen, I've got your magazine. I've got your receipt here. I've got the quote here. Everything points in the direction of your engineer being very, very, very dishonest to this gentleman. So either you deal with it or I will deal with it. So you've got 24 hours. The next morning, the company turned up, 2 vans, 4 men, new boiler and £1,000 for the gentleman. So that was a good outcome. But that was what made me think, if that's one guy in one little town, what's happening all over the UK? Someone needs to look into it. And that's when Depher was born.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, I mean, like I said, you've been helping elderly, vulnerable people for ages with their boilers. I've seen the invoices you've been putting out, and obviously all the invoice, you break it down and the total amount paying is nil. So you're really, really doing a massive job.
Yep.
Especially in the winter, the cold months with, not just elderly, vulnerable people as well.
Yeah.
But since this lockdown, you've stepped up and you're helping people in a lot of other ways. We're going to share in the comments about the story that you've helped a little girl called Elizabeth in and around her birthday and really making her birthday special. But just tell people watching this video what else you are doing, because you are doing a massive amount.
We do free PPE to anyone who's a carer in a nursing home, frontline staff, anyone who's from the NHS. We've spent just over £10,000 now on PPE and give it all away. We don't charge people. It's not about the money. It's about life. It's about protecting each other, protecting the people that are protecting us, that are giving us our life. So I have got a saying now that I say to a lot of people: the NHS and the carers, they're protecting our past, and it's now up to us to protect their future. And we will do that if we've come together as a community, because it's now about need, not about greed. Okay, and that's my way of looking at it, and that's my way of waking up every morning. I've had days, 3 or 4 days in the past couple of weeks where I've sat in my office and I've cried my eyes out because of what I've seen and because of the greed and everything else. But we'll get past that. We will.
Yeah. No, to be honest, just from you talking here now, it's like it's bringing something out in me, like inspiring me. So I think, what you're doing is amazing. And I think you're providing the food, the gas, electricity, and like you just said there, the PPE for the people that need it as well. So I think one of the big questions is now, is people watching this, is how can they support you? So they see this video, what is the best way for them to actually support you?
If they want to support me, they can go on our website, which is www.depher.co.uk. We've got a GoFundMe page on there. If they can't afford to do that, because a lot of people are in a lot of situations now, they can go to knock on the next door neighbour's house, make sure the next door neighbour's okay. If they go and buy the neighbour some food, no matter where they are in the UK, send me the invoice of what they pay for the food. I will give them that money back. I will pay them that money.
Right.
Okay. If they can't afford to feed their own family, any family in the UK who's really struggling, I will do a bank transfer of £20 a week to any family in the UK. I'm already doing it. I've got one family in Lancashire, I've got one family in South Wales who are receiving £30 a week into the bank by standing order from me. If they need money, give me a call. I give them money. If they need food, I get it for them.
Yeah.
I mean, there you have it. Everyone who's watching this video, you know, James is doing a massive and an amazing job, and we can help support him. You know, other ways we can support him as well is by raising awareness. So like and share this video. There will be links to his Twitter page as well. Follow him on there. You will see the great work that James is doing daily.
Yeah, wherever, I think, just to rephrase on that as well, is that wherever you can, just share it on the social media. You know, as much as we can help James as possible, we are going to try and do that. So again, thanks everyone for joining us today. And James, keep up the good work. I think you're doing an amazing job. And thank you.